So, again, we've got the battery out of here, the air stuff, the valve covers and the valves off the engine. We've got the alternator off from here. The power steering pump is still in here. The air conditioning pump is still in here, or air conditioning compressor. This is the exhaust manifold. Right now I'm trying to get the block out. The block used to be supported by these bolts on this bracket, and I don't seem to be able to clear them. I think I got everything else out. I got to pull a couple of bolts out of the transmission to the engine here. So I think this and this have to move in order for me to pull that straight up. I've got the rope around. It's ready for the crane. I've tried lifting it a couple times. And the bracket back here that connects the motor to the axle is off as well. So it looks like everything is disconnected, but of course it won't come out, so I'm never quite exactly sure. And that's where we are today. So this, can you see this? No, you can't. Back out a little bit. So this is the air conditioner, and this is the steering pump. This is all the tubing, and then this is the steering pump itself. That came from down here, and that is kind of important to get it off before you, because it sticks out quite far forward. It sticks out over here, and in order to move the engine this direction toward the passenger side so that you can disengage the clutch and stuff, you need this space. You also need the timing belt taken off, the guard taken off, and there's a big bracket over here that needs to be taken off. So basically strip everything off the end of the engine so the engine can slide this way. It needs about 3 inches in order to disengage the clutch and get it out of the way. And then we're going to get it up and get it moved, and that's how I will end up the video. Next video should show it out. So if you take a look here, you'll see that the engine is actually rotated. That's the top over here, or yeah, that's the top. So it's actually been rotated in order to get the clutch to clear the transmission housing. And now that I've got it out, now I've got to get some rope in appropriate locations to just lift it up, which may not be nearly as easy as it sounds, but the transmission has cleared the clutch, so I think I'm most of the way there. Another important thing was there's a bracket, support bracket on the back of the engine on the firewall side that I had to get out of there. So here we have the engine hanging. We don't have enough clearance to get it out, but we have it hanging. So I'm not sure whether I'm going to take the hood off. I guess I should have taken the hood off quite some time ago if I was going to do it. Anyway, the engine is technically out of position. The clutch is disengaged. The transmission's still there. At least most of it is. I'll see what kind of damage I did taking this apart after I get everything cleared. So here we have the engine, or what's left of the engine, laying on a rolling platform sideways. This disc is not supporting it. It is part of the transmission, part of the gasket, I think. It's actually laying on its side. It's stable. Not my first choice for how it would lay, but we have the pins visible. We have the bolts all visible. I scuffed the springs when I was trying to get things disengaged. Hopefully I didn't bend anything. And the pins that Ken EV wanted to see, I guess I should show that. So there's the transmission faceplate, or adapter, I guess. Whatever housing, maybe the housing is the right word. You can see the clutch in the background there, or the clutch disengage. The pins that I'm supposed to measure are apparently on the other part, the engine side. not on the transmission side. So I'm going to measure them on the motor side because I'm not sure exactly where they are here. I guess I shouldn't say the pins that CAN EV wants to see. I guess it's the pins that I want to see on the advice of Canadian EV to see if they're adapterable. So the first pin is over here, and the second pin down here. So I guess I'm going to have to figure out where they are on the motor, on the transmission side, sorry, and measure across them. This one's actually got a bolt that goes through it, which is interesting, and so does that one actually. So a second one down toward the firewall, and then the one right beneath the starter on the other side. That is the starter, right? No, it's opposite starter. Starter used to be over here. Okay, so the one at the top of the starter and the one on the opposite side. Well, I guess I'll have to figure out which ones they are and mark them. And I'm just going to talk to myself here because that seems to be the way I figure things out. So this one is one of the pins. It's just above where the starter was. Second one down. And then opposite on this side is the other one. And the reason that I think it's those is because all the rest of the bolts are just straight through. These ones have a countersink, and that's where I think the pins are. So we're going to take a, not a measuring tape, but a straight edge, and see how close we can get to a measurement, center to center, and then we're going to go check the drawing and see which version of the transmission we have. Okay. This is what I got that's long enough. So that's about the center. I'm getting 12 inches and a little bit. 12 and a 16th, I'll say. Actually, no, that'll be 12 and an 1/8. So 12 and an 1/8 is what I got. And it's raining.